Hey guys, this is Vinay and you're watching my show, Let's Talk. Today it's a little special. I have somebody who makes everyone feel good being an RJ. He's just a multitasker, he's multifaceted. He's an RJ, he's an actor, he also is a social reformist in his own way. I'm very honored to have RJ Balaji on my show.
Hi
Balaji,
Vinay.
welcome.
Thank you.
Vanakkam in your
Vanakkam.
style. I'm a little intimidated because you run shows, you have a lot of stuff going on, and today sitting in front of you and asking you questions. How has this journey been? When you were growing up, I read this somewhere that due to a personal tragedy where your father left you and then you were across the city moving from areas to areas. So during those times, in the struggling days, right, what did you learn and what made you to actually do something in life?
And, as you said, you're intimidated because of me. I'm intimidated because of your English language.
Oh no.
I normally make 1700 grammar mistake in 2 sentences.
You're known for your
Yeah,
viewers.
grammar mistakes. Yeah, but to be very honest, I never had a very bad childhood. I had a great childhood. Like all the problems that we faced, as a family, we faced it together with a lot of fun. Like my mom used to take me for 3 films in a day.
Wow.
That's the day when we were like completely broke kinds. So she will have probably 200 rupees saved for the entire week, for the last week of the month. So she will take that, she will take me to movie. The entire family, we celebrated her.
Through that process.
Yeah, like, and also like shifting houses is always like, it was like a picnic for us. Like me and my sister used to bunk school for almost 2-3 weeks. And my family will, if you're in Chennai, Adyar is a place of this extreme and Perambur is of the other extreme.
Okay.
So somebody who's living in Adyar who wants to see a shift to an house, they will see somewhere close by. We will go to Perambur. That is some 25 kilometers. Every day we'll go in auto. They'll buy us food in a hotel. So for us, shifting house become a part of our life. Like every 2 months, if we don't shift house, we'll feel sad. Your boy is staying in the same house. So, and my father left us because he always wanted a way out to do his thing. So that's the time I started earning. So I was like earning some 9,000 rupees and I felt very confident.
Back then.
Yeah, 9,000 rupees. First job, I was an RJ with Radio Mirchi. I was placed as an RJ. So 2 days before, I was a student studying my PG and monthly 9,700 rupees salary. I was like,
It's a big deal.
how to spend this crore of rupees now, what to buy, can I buy from Mount Road? My intention was like that. And in 2 days I got married and the same day I got,
2 days after you joined, you got married.
2 days after I joined, I got married and I was still in college. So that's the same day my father also left us. So I felt like, okay, this is the time I have to become like a Basha Rajani. Where Basha Rajani actually lights 3 lamps for all his sisters. My sister, one sister is doctor. One sister I got married. So I thought I am that Basha Rajani. I'm married. I have response. It was easy to think, but difficult process.
I'm
but
sure.
again,
Anything you take everything positively.
not necessarily like I'll also be sad and like things have hit me hard. But but I moved back to my normal life. My job was I was blessed to have a radio jockey job because no matter how sad you are, you have to sound merryful on radio.
Yeah.
So that gave me a lot of like easy diversion from all the things that I was going through personally.
Was being an RJ hard for you back then?
No, I actually had no plans of my life. Like the one other good thing about me was like I chose 11th standard computer science group because the 3 girls I fell in love with, all 3 girls joined computer science group. So I never had any hopes of becoming a doctor or engineer. I joined computer science because I want to be with them. And then I flunked in 12th. Again, I had no plans. Like and that same year, government announced that you can write the exam immediately in a month and clear it off. I didn't choose to do it because I was scared of failing for the second time. So again, the easy way out to shift a house from one area to other area. So my mom didn't want me to face embarrassment, so we shifted some 20 kilometers far. My friends then become a AC mechanic, a carpenter, a tailor, who are all in their early 30s. I was in somewhere 17, 18. So like I used to work with them, they used to buy me tea, and they give me 50 rupees every day. Like I used to stitch buttons and all. Like I had great life. Then I took my time. I wanted to join college because I wanted to be with girls and friends. I want to be people of my age, not people of 30. So I joined college without any plan, BSc Computer Science. Once I cleared BSc Computer Science, everyone were about to do MBA, MCA. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do journalism because I thought I'll become like one Arnab Goswami, Rajdeep Sardesai. Because one of my cousin was earning some 30,000 in a reputed English news channel. For me, 30,000, cousin who is lesser talented than me, and I was like little fascinated. Then journalism, as I went inside, 3rd day I found out it's not for me. Like my grammar mistake didn't allow me to become a journalist. Luckily, I got an offer from a newspaper saying that Radio Mirchi hires RJ for Coimbatore.
That was when the radio was booming in.
No, that was the second phase, not the first phase. This
Okay.
2006. First phase was in 2006. Sorry, 3. So I applied, and before even getting a job, before even getting a call, I told everyone that I got a job in Radio Mirchi in my college. Just thinking that
But
I'll
you
get
didn't
some.
even-
I just got a call saying that, okay, you applied. Audition is on 26th, so you can come to Coimbatore residency. I told everyone I got a job because I wanted to be a little respectful in college, because nobody respected me for the work that I did in studies. So like everyone, super, our student got placed in Radio Mirchi, great, great, great. I was little scared if I don't get it. Then I found out a reason saying the job clashed with my PG course, so I said no to the job was the backup answer. Fortunately, this was the first job that I got. I cleared everything, and then out of 600 people, they selected 3, and I was one of them. And I didn't know it was going to be like the one job that I will stick on for my life.
And there have been shows where you have done, for example, prank calls was something that you were doing, and because of the issue that happened, the case that happened, you completely stopped that. Do you believe that doing such shows like prank calls and stuff, is it that one incident shook the entire nation?
No, the incident, it didn't happen with the Indian RJs. Yeah, it happened with the Australian DJs.
Correct.
2 people, they called the Indian nurse without her knowledge, without anybody even suggesting her name. It became a sensation, and sadly she committed suicide.
She committed suicide.
But my show was completely a different show. I won't call people until it is initiated by friends or family.
Okay.
If somebody says, call my boss, I don't like him, I hate him, I don't call him. If somebody says, call my wife, it's her birthday, then I talk to them. So it should be, the reason should be little, some sweet reason, and people who are related to it, first thing. Second thing, even though it is the husband or the father or the daughter who initiated the request, I will not even play the call if the person involved in the call is not happy.
Okay.
Finally, I'll ask them,
Okay,
do you want
me to play it?
do you want me to play it? If you want me to play it, can I use your name, or you want me to take? So if they finally say, no, I'm very happy, play this, I felt really good talking to you. If that is the end of the call, then I'll play it. But I can't, as a person, I can't go explain this process to everybody. Like I can't say this show is different from that Australian show.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain it to everyone. So I thought it is not morally right once somebody's life is lost.
Yeah, that was very sad actually.
Yeah, I wanted to quit the show because I don't want to keep something in mind whenever I call someone, okay, this is my person, if he commits to suicide or do something to herself or himself, I don't want to go through that emotion.
Yeah.
So I stopped it. And like even otherwise, if it wouldn't have happened, I would have stopped it another 2-3 months because I was feeling bored of the format. Whatever that show that I do in radio or on stage, I stop it when it is on peak.
Saturation point.
No, I feel like when people say, oh, this is too good, I want that to be the end. If they say it's too good, okay, then what? Okay, it's good, then what's next? I don't want people to go to that extent.
That's your tactics.
Yeah, kind of. It works well for me.
Works well for you. You also got into a lot of movie reviews. And that also got you a lot of flack, and you eventually stopped reviewing movies because you were very honest in terms of your reviews. In India, I'm not just talking about Chennai, but in India across, there are a lot of film critics who give their opinion. Some of them are eligible to do that, some of them are so-called critics, but they're not. So how do you define film critics in the current generation?
See, before talking about film critics, I didn't start to, I never had any plans of talking about films.
Okay.
Because I had 5 years of serious radio background. I came here, started doing this crosstalk, and it became viral. People started seeing me as a person, a funny person, like a joker who can crack jokes. But I had so much of things to say. I had a lot of opinions on issues happening around me. But imagine a joker coming out suddenly and saying that, oh, this is wrong, this is right, you have to do this, we have to make this possible. Nobody will listen. So I wanted people to take me seriously. So on a lighter vein. As a family, we are film-centric. I thought I'll start with films because there was actually a void even till now for honest reviews.
Correct.
Because every time you sugarcoat something or you bootlick people who are involved in the film, then people will come back to your show again.
Yeah.
They will probably be nice to you. If you're honest and say this film is a bad film, nobody ever, even now till in mainstream media, nobody has ever told that. So I wanted to use that space and spoke about films from a viewer's point of view. So it worked well. Again, it became viral and everything. But as you said, in India, people are not used to take things.
Viewers will take, but the makers.
The maker, no, nobody from cinema industry, nobody. I'm saying majority of them, they think themselves as demigods.
Yeah.
So they don't want to actually face the confrontation. Like I had a lot of problems with every film review, but again I wanted to use that as a stopgap so that people know that this guy can make fun and also he can sound sensible. So that's when people thought, okay, my opinions can count. Like so then I thought, okay, I'll stop this and I'll start talking about other issues. And the problems also became big with film industry. So I stopped it only because it was an irritation for me to talk about films. I had better things to talk by then, where people will also they were also ready to listen.
Like recently there was a movie with Shahid Kapoor, for example, and his movie was bad, and the reviews were very, very bad, and it said movie not worth watching, and they're okay, they move on, they say yeah, it's a bad thing, we did it and moved on. But in South India especially, the stars, so-called stars, right, for them they do 1 or 2 movies in a year. They desperately wanted to kind of make it big, and they expect the monetary gain because that's the star power that they have and stuff. So is it changing here with the younger lot?
Younger lot, yes, but not definitely changing per se. Yeah, it's just starting to change, but I don't see it as completely changing for a long time from now, because the way they perceive themselves hasn't changed, but the way people perceive a star has changed a lot. Apart from few names, people don't consider many of people as stars. Like
Stars, yeah.
For them, they still think they are stars. They are in that place. I have a quiz contest that has been happening in my show for past 2 months. I interact with some 700, 800 college kids, IT professionals, all youngsters between 20 to 30. And those people actually have forgotten some core chunk of Tamil actors were there in 2000s and 90s. The names, they don't even know the names.
They don't even know the names.
If you go the same star, if he's going to a mall, if he's going to a public place, he still carries himself as like a star, and he's okay, I'm a star. He walks that way. But people have actually forgotten a lot of names. And that's the sad reality. And these people are in a bubble, still living in a bubble. That is sad for them, not for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. In conversation with RJ Balaji, we'll be right back. Balaji, coming to the serious issues that we have in the current scenario. One is this season in Chennai Edition, we are promoting awareness on cancer. You especially talk a lot about social issues in your own way. You have a YouTube series that you launch in videos where you tell people what to do, what not to do in terms of your views. So people seeing this, it's very alarming to know that in India, double-digit people will be diagnosed with cancer in coming years, probably because of our lifestyle, the way we do, and a lot of stuff. So a message to promote awareness on that for people to get their tests done regularly.
Like I don't see we are in a place to create awareness. That's over. That's over before some 20, 30 years. Now we have to do something so that people get inspired and they also do. Correct. So if an youngster have to be diagnosed, you can't force anybody to do something. Even with voting, 100% voting, 100% voting, yeah, vote is your responsibility. Everyone knows they have to vote. Yeah. Only thing that stops between happening and just preaching is like inspiration. What is the inspiration to vote?
Absolutely.
So you just have to inspire, or you just have to do something so that people follow you. I follow that. Even for cancer, I feel like if I have to do something, if we have to do something, it has to be in action, not on words. Like I go to a college and say cancer is spreading, so guys go get, no, that won't happen. They'll clap and they'll say, super, this guy is what a great guy, spreading awareness. So I think we need more actions.
And on this show, can we take an oath that we will get our tests done regularly, because especially cancer?
Hi, I'm RJ Balaji. Pledge, India is my country and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. And I want my brother and sister of mine to go get your cancer test diagnosed, because it's just 1,500 rupees. 1,500 rupees, Nandu's one full chicken cost. Okay, that's all. So you can go to a hospital and get your self test done. எனக்கு வராது, யாருக்கோ ஒருத்தனுக்கு தான் வரும் அப்படின்றது வந்து ரொம்ப ஸ்டூபிடிட்டி. ஸோ தயவு செஞ்சு போய் ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் செக் பண்ணுங்கள். நான் 6 மாதத்துக்கு ஒரு வாட்டி நான் பண்ணிப்பேன். ஓகே, ப்ளீஸ் டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் யுவர் செல்ஃப். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ. எமோஷ்னல் இந்தியா.
No, I mean, on a lighter note, I mean, again, people like you who have a lot of listeners listening to you, small things like this, and you've been doing this for a lot of social causes, and the kind of impact that these small messages, these small videos that you upload on YouTube makes a huge difference. As you said, 10 people you went and gave food. So many people across the world did that. So, with such initiatives, I think we'll make a place better to live for all of us and the younger generation.
Yes.
So that's what we should be doing it. Last segment
Yeah.
on the show, one-liner answers from you. One call or one day in being in your RGA life of 10 years, right, which is most memorable.
The day I decided to stop a show when it is at peak, that taught me a lot of things again. Like I was like, I'm detached from all my shows. I can
That's a very good thing, right? Most of them will hold on and...
I feel you always need to exit when it is when you're in your prime. Not when people say, okay, get lost, come, let them know. I want to be on my prime and then exit. Like that happens with crosstalk. That I learned with my crosstalk exit.
But it's tough, but yeah. One thing that gives RJ Balaji a kick.
When I'm in my studio.
You like
I feel I'm at the prime of it's my den.
One movie in the recent times that you wish maybe I could have done that role.
I like Bajrangi Bhaijaan Nausadin Siddiq role. I really like that role. I wish I can do something like that.
One actor in Tamil cinema whom you feel is like fantastic, be it the newer generation. Sorry?
Vijay Sethupathi.
Vijay Sethupathi.
Yeah.
Okay. Actress?
Actress, see, I always have this feeling of North Indian Bollywood actors, because they know the language really well, even a new first timer can act better than a lot of actresses here because none of them knows the language. I've seen Alia Bhatt in a second and third film, and then I saw an Highway. I thought this girl is brilliant, and that all comes when you know the language and you understand the story
absolutely.
and emotion out of. Here, it's most of the performances are plastic because they don't know the language.
They don't know the language.
They don't know the language. It's most of the roles are half baked or a loose heroine. Most of the times we have loose heroine. In spite of that, I feel Anushka and Nayanthara are really good actors. They can actually carry themselves really well. And apart from that, I don't actually see once in a blue moon I see some good performance. That too, when you compare with somebody like a Deepika Padukone in Pikku, you just have 2% of what she has done.
Yeah.
And that comes with language, knowing the language and being in command.
Absolutely. I mean, Deepika also didn't know the language. Huh? She's from Bangalore.
But she learned it.
She learned it. She learned it really hard. And as you said, after she has gotten the language, her performances are very, very good.
Yeah. You have to see the last one, that Bajirao Mastani.
Mastani.
Yeah, I really feel that won't happen until a heroine knows the language.
Absolutely, yeah. And your close friend gives voiceover for most of the heroines. Chinmayi.
Yes.
We
happened to meet only in Chennai Micro. We never had any great interactions before that. In spite of being in the same media, like I happened to interview her many times, but we never friends. But I was very amazed by the work she did. Like all the work, like whatever work that happens with Chennai Micro, even now, people know RJ Balaji and Siddharth have done great things. Actually, there's one more person who has done more work than most of us is Chinmay. So I was amazed by the persistence that she had. Like she went like away from her comfort zone. Being a girl, I don't like to say this, being a girl, but among some 300 men, there was one woman who worked relentlessly for Chennai Micro was Chinmay.
Absolutely. One movie that so far that you have done, have you ever felt that there is one director whom I wish to really work before?
For me, every film is a 30-40 days journey or 50 days journey of a relationship. Like I build so much of relationship, like in every film set. So many new friends. So I'm very fortunate to work with all the directors that I've worked with before. Like I've done 6-7 films now, and all the directors, most of the directors, I will work with them again. And one person that I'll work with for lifetime until he makes movies is Vignesh Shivan of Nanamrodi, because he doesn't have another choice. It's like I'll force him or I'll threaten him. I will write sad letters with my blood if he doesn't cast me. So he's my best friend. So
one word or a message you want to give to your close friends like Vijay Sethupathi?
I would like to see him in the roles like Vijay Sethupathi and Nanum Rodidan, not like films like Orange Mithai. So I want to see him as a hero all the time. So I request him not to experiment too much. It's like a very like. It comes with a lot of anger because he's my favorite hero and he's capable of doing
much more.
Much more, no? He's doing much more. I don't want him to do much more. I want him to do much little.
Nayanthara?
Nayanthara, okay. Last happy birthday, you gave me bouquet. This time I want happy birthday gift, not bouquet. Bouquet 3 days ago. Okay, Nayanthara, June 20, don't forget.
Chinmayi?
Chinmayi, be the same person that you are, but one message is like she can take little more limelight for the work she does. She doesn't take too much of for anything. She's just like, okay, what is that I'm doing good? Okay, this is the way that I have to be. I don't have any great credit in take. So I don't want her to be that way. She will not even take that credit of just saying things that I did this. I want her to take more credit for the good work that she does.
Simbu?
Simbu, yes, this I told him before 2 years on his birthday. I want him to do more work and I want people to talk about him for his work than anything else. Like, yeah, I really wish, because he's a very talented guy and he's got so much to offer. So I think on his 30th or 31st birthday, I told him this, and I really wish he does a lot of work and people talk only about his work.
Okay. And lastly, Anirudh?
We used to be like Mustafa, like very good friends, like very good. He's like my little brother. Like whatever happens, he comes to me and say, okay, buddy, I want this. What should I do? And and then now it's like Mustafa. Second half, you know what happens in Kadal Desam. So it's been long since we have been in good touch. Let's catch up, Anirudh.
Great. One message you want to give to all the listeners who's going to see this video. They're going to see an RJ in a very different way. They're going to see you for the first time talk for so long.
In English.
So okay. What message do you want to give to your listeners?
Just because I am talking like this in English doesn't mean that I am acting in next Gautam Menon film. இவருக்கு தமிழ் தெரியுமா தெரியலையான்னு தெரியல, அதனால தான் நான் இவ்வளோ தப்பு இங்கிலீஷில் பேசிட்டேன். அண்ட் லைக் ஐ சைட், லைக் மெசேஜே கிடையாது. லைக் தேர் இஸ் நோ பாயிண்ட் இன் கிரியேட்டிங் எனி அவேர்னஸ், ஜஸ்ட் ஆக்ட் ஆன் இட். லைக் இஃப் சம்திங் ஹேப்பன்ஸ் இன் யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரீட் அண்ட் யூ ஸ்டாப் தட், அப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு அரசியல்வாதி, யுவர் லீடர். ஸோ ஆக்ட் ஆன் சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ், டோன்ட் ரியாக்ட் டு இட். அதான் என் மெசேஜ்.
Wonderful. Great having you on the show. Pleasure to talk to you, and you're fun, you're witty, and you're doing a lot of stuff and multi-talented. I hope you do lots more. You change the environment around you with your small initiatives that you do, and more power and more success to you.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you so much.
Your thoughts on being on the show?
Very, very nervous. Like full time I was sweating. I was like conscious, but actually you made me feel really good because you didn't ask me too many questions. Just that you start a question, I complete with a half an hour answer. So I had a good time. Like a lot of things to revisit. Like I don't have actually time to think, okay, I was like this, I struggled. So rarely during these interviews it happens. So it was a very heartfelt interview. I had a good time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I like your pink color kerchief. It's a compliment. Pocket square, yeah. I know, but just saying.
Before we let you go, this is for you from our gifting partners, P.N. Rao. I hope you like it.
Thank you. I love this shirt.
You like
Rao
it?
is a great kadai. Hi, this is RJ Balaji. ரொம்ப வாழ்க்கையில் டவுனாக இருக்கேன். யாராவது நல்லதாக பேசினா கேட்கலாமே அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்போது இவரோட இன்டர்வியூஸ்லாம் வந்து எனக்கு அனுப்பிச்சு வச்சிருந்தார். ஒரு 4-5 பார்த்தேன். I really felt good after watching all of them. So if you feel really down and if you want watch some inspiring stories and inspiring people, watch Let's Talk with Vinay. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Call me this way, I feel very happy. I don't know why, that something about that makes me feel very happy. If somebody writes Balaji Patturaja, Balaji Patturaj, Pattukuttu, something I write in every newspaper or any interview, I feel very sad. RJ Balaji.
RJ Balaji.
Yeah.